ICF stand for International Collaboration Fund. Okay. So MOSTI ataupun previously MASTEC ada 2 grant setakat ni yang ditawarkan. The other one is RD MASTEC ataupun MOSTI. So that one is application will be done by SME, but must have a university collaborator. Okay, so for the ICF fund, it's for the university, but we must have international collaborator. Okay, plan of thought this morning. So I will share with all of you about the MOSTI website. Okay, so the e-Dana, and then I will talk a little bit about the guideline of the ICF grant, and then the application form, which is online application form. There's some strategy of the application, and then following by the submission. And I would like also to share with participant the proposal pitching or proposal defense, and then and after that the award of the grant. Okay. So I would like to share some appreciation and acknowledgement. Thanks to the Office of Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation. Personally, thanks to Professor Dr. Muhammad Nazib Suraman for approving the application, and also to officialize the ICF contract between UiTM and MASTEC. So after you got the grant, so there will be a contract, and this contract will be signed to officialize by our Deputy Vice Chancellor. So thanks Prof. Dr. Nuritawati and Puan Mazanida for arranging this talk, this sharing session this morning. And also like to thank the IRMI RMC UGAS for Unit of Grant Application, headed by PM Dr. Anida Yusof, and the EOs, Puan Rina and Cik Nawa. Okay, so for ICF application, it's very important to know all of them. Puan Rina and Cik Nawa, okay, because Puan Rina will be doing the checking, and finally to click the validation to be submitted to the MOSTI. Okay, so and of course all the corresponding regarding this grant will be monitored by them. Okay, so I would like to share my appreciation from my team members. They are Professor Dr. Malik Malwan Ali, I think he's in also. Dr. Muhammad Faris, PM Professor Malik from iOS. We have Dr. Muhammad Faris from FSG, Dr. Muhammad Kamel from FSG juga. And then Ahmad Firdaus and Tunku Isha is our postgrads. They have been helping us with this application. And okay, so let's go to the website of the MOSTI. If you Google MOSTI e-Dana, I don't think you can find the link because you still use the MASTEC acronym. So I think at the moment, please search this e-Dana MASTEC, then you will find it. Nevertheless, I will share this slide with all of you. So there's a link here. I put up the link here. And then you just click and they will come to this. Okay, for the first timer, I think you should sign up this grant. Okay, sign up. And then of course the university will do the validation, and then you are ready. Okay, so very, very important to go to this website to check the new information regarding the information of this grant. Okay, so if you scroll down at this, then you will see the guideline. Okay, so next I would like to talk about the guideline. Okay, so guideline. Okay, if you download the guideline from that website, so it will state there the date is 25th April 2019. Okay, but I'm sure they have a newer version of the guidelines. So I think you please check with the RMC. I think or IRMI, that I think they have the recent guidelines. Nevertheless, you can also check with the talk given by Puan Nur Aisyah, the MOSTI officer, I think last month, 24 or 25th April. Okay, I think she already share with all of us. I think I also present in that talk about these guidelines. So in detail. Okay, nevertheless, I advise you to go through this guideline. Right, not much, about 18 pages. Right, so and then to have a better overview of this grant, and also to cross check with her talk. I think Irmi have the video of her talk, and then I think you can also cross check with it. Okay, so I would like to share a little bit about this guideline. Okay, so if you can read it, no problem. And most important thing is that here they would like to have to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and technology development leading to commercialization. So that's the keyword, leading to commercialization, meaning that this project must have some value that after this it can be commercialized. So this is the keyword that we need to address. And then next is the international collaboration at higher level. So this is the main thing in this grant, that it requires international collaboration. And finally, the objective of this grant, okay, important that is to pursue analytical validation and proof of concept on technology readiness level TRL3. So meaning that you must have study or research that is in terms of the technological readiness at level 3. Okay, so meaning that you must have a proof of concept. This is similar with if you're familiar with our PRGS KPT, PRGS prototype research grant scheme. Okay, this is similar that PRGS. Okay, meaning that no basic research. Okay, it's just about developing the prototype. So similarly in PRGS, we also require to have a proof of concept. Okay, then your grants is more feasible. And the PRGS also they prefer to have the continuous from basic research, such and if you can highlight the fundamental research grant scheme or exploratory research grant scheme or any kind of basic research, even from a university grant, as long as a basic, then you have something already. Then you must define that the proof of concept is at the TRL 3. Okay, so similarly with this grant, so it is also like continuing the study from the basic or fundamental of previous project. But the challenge of this grant is this one, the international collaboration. Okay, so I think MOSTI is they are very smart to put this as a criteria. But if we don't have this, then easily we can apply this grant. Okay, without, because the requirement to comply is that the international collaborator, we must have MOA and letter of agreement. Okay, this is the challenge from this grant. So other than that, whoever is experienced with the prototype research grant scheme, it should be easy to apply this grant, inshallah. Okay, so we move on. So this is the TRL. So the definition that being put in the guideline. Of course, you can Google the TRL. So similarly, it's about from TRL level 1 until TRL level 9. Okay. So for ICF, it should start from level 3, TRL level 3, which is experimental proof of concept. Okay. And then it is expected that when you finish this grant, you will reach the TRL 5 or TRL 6, okay, the validation in real environment or demonstration in real environment. So this is the expectation of this grant, okay. So the rest is, I think you can go through the guideline. So this is the thing that we need to recapture for us to share the next information. Okay, let's move on to the next one, the application form. Okay, if you look at the application form, okay, once you settle with the signing up process, so you can put your username and password and then you can log in. Okay, So once you log in, okay, so this is the view. Okay, so if you already applied the grant, so it will be listed down here. So if it's new, it's blank. So what you need is that you just click here, new application, and then you start the application process. So it will take you to this website. Okay, so these are the items that you need to fulfill when filling up this form. Okay, you start from entity information, the university. Okay, project members, background information, local collaborator information. This is very important. No, this is not. Sorry, the international collaborator information is very important. Local collaborator is good to have. Okay, if you cannot find one, it's okay. Then research background. Okay, this is where you state your previous research that lead to your current proof of concept, and then you go for summary past project. Okay, and then the project detail. So project detail is typical grant proposal, right? You have executive summary, you have problem statement, objective, literature review, okay, references, methods, okay, all you put here. This is a typical project proposal. So we have here also the milestone and project costing. So milestone and project costing is interrelated. You have to plan what you want when you filling up the milestone, okay, and then it has to cross check with the project costing. Okay, you will see when you're doing it later. So equipment, if you it's allowed to buy equipment, okay, and source of funding. So normally, I think for this project, I think we make 100% of source coming from this grant. Okay, then benefit of the project is very important, and then upload document. Okay, so here we have the, okay, this is also very important. Many applicant confused here. So you need also to put your name as a project leader, add your name as a project leader. Okay, next you need to appoint one lead researcher. Okay, you put here lead researcher, like here I put Dr. Faris as a lead researcher. Okay, and then the rest is members. Okay, you put the rest as members. So lead researcher later on. Okay, for this project you must travel abroad. So it's only allowed to the project leader and lead researcher. Okay, so you have to decide who want to become your lead researcher. So lead researcher also going to assist you with overall progress of the project and also the reporting. Okay, so okay, we move on to the next slide. Okay, then after you go through all of this form, and finally we'll come to the document uploads. Okay, so if you look at the document upload, there are many things that you need to do. Okay, so project Gantt chart, of course, you have to do your own project Gantt chart. Okay, and then ethical approval. If your project related to it is required to have ethical, please get one. So this is also challenging to get the ethical approval. That it has to be planned from early. Or if you have previous ethical approval and it's still valid, just use it. Okay. So this one is not applicable. Cash flow is not applicable. Income statement not applicable. Project member curriculum, project member CV. This is required. If you have 4 members, all of them must have. And then this is not good to have. Prior art search. Last audited financial report are not required. Okay, this one, contract agreement letter accepted with the entity and collaborator. Okay, this one, I think the MOU and the letter agreement, you must have this one. Okay, then right, this is the best part of this grant, insolvency search. Okay, insolvency search of all members, project leader and members. You have to do this. So I provided you the link here, einsolvency.mdi.gov.my. You just click this link, and then you sign up in that web, and then you're ready to check your insolvency status. So it will charge you 10 ringgit. Okay, you have to pay online 10 ringgit. Then you will get the PDF saying that the status of insolvency. So you also can do for to your members. Okay, provided you must know their IC numbers, so you can check their status of insolvency. Okay, so you have to do this. This is quite funny, but they're required to have this. Okay. So for each IC number, it will charge you 10 ringgit. Okay, will charge us 10 ringgit. Next, I think I can move on. Okay, wait. IP or technological accusation element, if you have, is good. The next SSM not required. Work permit, curriculum vitae, CV of the collaborator, especially international collaborator, we must have. Quotation for equipment, also good to have. Okay, this one is not applicable. International biosafety, okay. Passport, yeah, this is required also. Okay, all right, that's all. When you finish all these items, okay, this is the part that you need to do. Please try not to miss it. So once you finish, then it will be like this. Okay, so then the master officer will download the form. Okay. So why I'm sharing this information, because I think the grant content is not that difficult. The difficult part is to make this proposal complete. Okay, so you have to be complete, and then you will be called for defense. That's the first round. So it's very important to make it complete, and then once complete, then the RMC will validate that. So I would like to share something. If you have the collaborator, okay, I mean the members from other university, you have to do it earlier, because the RMC of other of the respective university will validate the application. After the application is validated by the respective university, then our RMC can validate. So this is also a step that you need to take into consideration when you would like to invite the members from other university to join your project. So this is very important, because if you do it last minute, and then you caught between the two RMCs, RMC respective university and our RMCs. So please bear in mind when you are doing this, please make sure you do it in advance. Okay. All right, we move on. Okay, so next, okay, strategy of application. Well, there are some strategies that we can think of. So this is, I think, the best way to do it. Okay. First of all, I think we start with the international collaborator. Okay, you have to identify your existing collaborators. Okay, and then after you identify or you confirm your collaborator, you have to check whether we have the MOU between the university and our university. Doesn't matter the MOU. Who initiate the MOU, doesn't matter. Okay, which faculty, doesn't matter, as long as the MOU is always signed between university to university. Okay, doesn't matter who initiate the MOU. Okay, so I think the chemical engineering under Dr. Nur Fitri, I think her strategy was to get the list from MOU, right? I also tag with her, look up the list, and then identified my collaborator. Then communicate with them. Then they agreed. Then the proposal is ready. The MOU is ready, and then you just need to write letter of agreement between collaborator and you to state what is not covered in the MOU. Okay, as simple as what work need to be done. Okay, sharing of the results, So sharing of the result is, I think, the best way is in terms of publication. Okay, so I think that's a win-win situation because we cannot transfer money to our collaborator. All the money must be spent in Malaysia. Okay, so please, what you can do the other way around. So you check all the MOU that already active. Okay, choose one and then you check your collaborator. That's what we did lah. So easy to get on. If you don't have, if your collaborator doesn't have any MOU, so you have to initiate the MOU. That will take time. You have to consider that also. I don't know. I think many of us have experience in initiating the MOU. I think if you are lucky, I think you can do it within 3 months. I think it's highly unlikely to happen. Okay, normally we're going to get about 3 to 6 months. Depend. There are 2 or 3 parties involved in this MOU work progress. Okay, so collaborator and letter of agreement. As I said, letter agreement is required to back up the MOU and also to check to state what work need to be done and the sharing of the outcome later. Okay. So window of submission. Okay, normally MASTEC they will open about 1 month for you to apply. So please check the MOSTI website, this website. So they will share with us which is the window for application. And then of course submission. Submission you must complete the online form. And of course, the RMC approval, where you need to communicate with Puan Rina is very important. She's very important. If she have a problem, she will consult with Mr. Nawa and PM Anida. Okay, so don't worry, they are very helpful. Okay, just make sure your proposal complete, and they will help you, inshallah. And then after settle your online form, you need also to print the hard copy. Okay. So hard copy also requires some additional work, which is require commissioner of oath. You must akuan bersumpah. You must make the akuan bersumpah. So this is need to be done also, and then finally your proposal is complete. So for your information, only you are the one need to sign in the hard copy. Okay, and then next is the commission of then your proposal ready to be submitted to the MASTEC. Okay. Okay, so this is the window of submission. So I think it's very important to see the window of submission like this one. Last month, I think they opened between April to 1st April until 30th of April. So I hope many of our colleagues made it to they successfully submitted the proposal before 30th of April. And once your proposal is completed, then inshallah they will call you in May or June to defend the proposal. Okay, and of course the next window will be the 1st July and the first until 31st of July. So you have about roughly about 3 to 4 months to get ready. Okay, so I think you can ready now. Get it ready now. By 1st July you can submit it online, or mid of July you can submit the proposal. So the earlier you submit is better, so that they can check the proposal and then and finalize the proposal, and they will invite you to present in August and September. Okay, so if you need to do your MOU whatever, you can plan now. So because you have ample time until the reopening again in 1st July or 31st July. Because if you miss this window, they will come to next one will be in October. Okay, so then this is important for us, and because waiting for 3 or 4 months to know the result is stressful. So it's just nice that you submit in the window, and then the next month you know that they will call you. Okay. Okay. Submission. Okay, when you submit, okay, these are the status of submission.
Doctor.
Yeah, what happened to my...
Doctor.
Yeah.
You have to share your screen.
What happened to my screen sharing? Somebody pause it.
Someone override your screen just now.
Okay, sorry. Okay, go back. Okay, I think yeah, we have back. So this the submission process. Okay, now the submission status. So please check, there are several status here. So you can see that once you settle, all right, so you have this status waiting for validation by RMC, meaning that the RMC is checking. Once it's validated, then the RMC will click to submit. Then the next stage, once they receive your the hard copy, okay, then they will change to validation by Dynamics Stack. Okay, so here you can see here also this one. Okay, waiting for validation by collaborator RMC. This is when you have members or collaborators from other university. Then they have to validate first. Then our RMC can do that. So please check also this validation. Okay. So once you fill up the form, ready, and print the form, then this is the hard copy of the form. Okay, make sure that you have your title there, all right? So and then you have your reference number. Okay, this is the date that you print, right? So mine was like a day before due window close, which is the 30th of October. So yeah, so this is how you make the proposal complete. Okay, so this is hard copy of proposal. Don't forget to stamp and sign. Okay, you have to do that. And then the next thing you need to go is to do the akuan berkanun. Okay, commissioner of oath. And then for me, we submit the proposal ourselves. Okay, self delivery. Okay. So then I also make sure that they receive my proposal. So dated on 30th of October. Okay, so then your proposal is ready. Okay, and please check the status of the application. Okay, so I think that's all about the proposal. Okay, yeah, the next one I would like to share also the proposal pitching. Okay, once proposal completed and validated, MOSTI will invite project leader and team members to present or pitch. I think it's more like pitching rather than presentation. I think yeah, it's really pitching. Okay, you have to sell your project, telling them that the project is very good, and then and you can know this the status of the application is changed to TCA. TCA means technical and commercial assessment. So this is the term that they use. So they will check your proposal in terms of the technical and then the commercial viability. So we'll call you to do the presentation. So the MOSTI will provide presentation template which is aligned to the items in proposal. So all the items that we fill up just now, which is aligned. So just fill up the templates. Okay. So okay, there are 3 panels. Okay, combination of industry and academia. Panels are not allowed to disclose their name and affiliation. So we never know who are they. Then with what is their affiliation? Okay, but they are expert in the topic that related to our project. So you have to convince the panels lah. Okay, so presentation and Q&A will take about plus minus 1 hour. Okay, and could be longer depending on panel satisfaction. Okay, the panel will ask you until they're satisfied with their question. And if they are not satisfied, they still follow up you after the TCA presentation. They're still communicating, asking what you want. Please explain about this, everything. Okay, so this is serious also. Okay, so after pitching, the MOSTI officer will this is the I would like to share with all of you that once we settle with the TCA, the MOSTI officer will take our proposal together with panel to present to the approval committee. So it's like their proposal. Okay, so That's why the officer that will entertain us is responsible for our proposal. Okay, so during our TCA, it's also very good that when we present, we must make the MOSTI officer also to understand, and also the panels, because they will provide the panels. We confirm the information, okay, and the MOSTI officer, we will take care of our proposal to make sure our proposal win this grant, okay, and they work very hard for this, okay, so it's like their project also, okay. So again, if approved, MOSTI will call us again to finalize the budget and contract together with TCA panels. Again, the panel will come back with us to finalize the budget, okay, some objective, okay, methods again. So we check one more round, okay, and also the MOSTI monitoring unit will also no, that contract will be checked by the MOSTI monitoring unit. Okay, so that stuff. Okay, then finally you get the offer of letter, the letter of offer. Okay, so I think I still have time. So to share the slide of the presentation, so that I think that this is the technical application. Okay, so I've shared with you the technical application that you need to go through with this grant. Okay, so again, I would like to repeat that the grant must be complete. Once completed, then you are being prioritized to present the grant. I think I have missed one point. Okay, so the international collaborator. Okay, so the panel will ask you, okay, the expertise of the international collaborator. They will ask you that that expertise we could have also in Malaysia. Okay, they can easily take one lab, one researcher. Okay, they can say that, okay, this lab have similar facility. So why you need to go to that? So you have to defend that. You must get ready. Why you are using? Why you choose your collaborator? Okay, so you have to clearly identify what you want to do with your collaborator and try to highlight that in Malaysia we don't have that facilities or that expertise. Okay, that is to enhance the collaborators nomination. Okay, so let's go to the slide. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, so this is the template given by MOSTI, right? So you just use this template. Okay, so they call it technical and commercial assessment. Okay, so of course, project detail, you can state the project detail. Same as in the form. Okay, so this is amount request. By the way, the ceiling of this grant is 500,000 for 2 years. Okay, so expect to be cut lah. Okay, they will ask you to reduce. Actually, they during this presentation, okay, they also they will be negotiate with the amount of the grant. Okay, can you reduce this? Can you reduce that? Okay, then if you want that much money for what? Okay, so you have to defend that also. Okay, so this is the information of our international collaborator. Okay, you have to state that, and so the money that you required for this project, especially the vote 21,000 is about 15,000. So the project duration is about 24 months. Okay. So then sign. This is the MOU or the equivalent. This one is signed by UiTM BC and IT director in 2018. So it's still valid at that time. I think I would like to thank the faculty of. I would like to thank FSPU because they are the one who initiate the MOU between UiTM and ITB. So I just tag along with the MOU, and of course I covered with the letter of agreement stating what we would like to do. So collaboration overview. So you have here local researcher, so scope of work, then you just need to list what the work or scope need to be done, especially the international collaborator. Okay. So problem statement. Okay, this is the content of the proposal. Okay, typical proposals. Okay, problem statement. You state your problem statement, and then solution and the impact of the grant. Okay. So objective, right? So we have about 4 objectives. Okay. 4 objective. Of course, if you use the technique of writing the objective, the SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, real, and time-based. That's best way of writing the proposal. But for ICF, I think they prefer for you to write this proposal qualitatively. The objective is qualitative rather than quantitative. So like this one, okay, my 4th objective, I make some quantification. I mentioned the value there, right? So like this one, the minimum of 5.5 volt and the power density of 20 milliwatt per centimeter cube. So this, they would advise us, can we change this to not mention the quantity? So they prefer like this one, okay. It does not quite, I think, write it in terms of qualitative rather than quantitative. Okay. And the use of the verb, okay, as what Aisha said, please use one verb, okay. And if possible, use the result oriented verb, like such as determine, okay, obtain, what else, to confirm, okay, something like that. It's more to result oriented rather than to study, to evaluate. To that one is like it's not result oriented. So try to do that. Okay. So I also use the word to fabricate, so it's acceptable. Okay. Okay. So this is our proof of concept. So this is the thing that we do, our nano generator. So this is the evidence that our generator is working. And I think if I try to check this is working. Okay. So my PhD student prepared this to when you do this, okay, then you can see the power generated from this. Okay. Of course, we cannot bring this during the TCA because it's quite bulky. So we make in film. So it's better. So this is also one of the convincing factor for our application. So we've got the power there. Okay, so our concept work. So it's already at TRL 3. Okay, and then sorry. Okay, next methodology. Okay, please align to the objective: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. And then after methodology, okay, so continue, right? Further explain how we're going to achieve our project. So for our nano generator, we need zinc oxide, we need graphene oxide. Okay, you know, graphene oxide is no, the graphene is a famous material now, so this is also a very good selling point. Okay, so okay, so that's our methods. And then okay, this is very important. This is what the expected outcome that we would like to have. Okay, our piezoelectric nano generators will reach TRL 5. Okay, so this is our prototype now, the proof of concept. So this is what we would like to have. Okay, so very nice. Okay, but this is you know, just like school project, but it worked. Okay, and the proof of concept worked and be proven by the movie just now. Okay, okay. Convince them about this. Okay, benefit of the research. Okay, you just state something, but highlight the commercialization. So for this one, we use this overview of National Energy Efficiency Action Plan. I would like to thank Dr. Nafisa, okay, for sharing this slide with us. So we focus on this equipment program initiative. Okay, schedule and deliverable. This is a template by them. So milestone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is very important. This milestone will be tallied with your budget. Okay, because for the grant application, so this milestone, the total of the cost of the grant will be tagged to the milestone. So let's say the cost of your project is 200,000. So milestone 1 will cost you 50,000. Milestone 2 50,000. Milestone 3 50,000, and milestone 4 50,000. Altogether it's 200,000. Okay, so within every milestone, you have all the votes. Okay, you will have salary, expenditure, and maybe materials. Okay, that one you have to plan. Okay, so this is the project Gantt chart. Of course, they don't provide any template. Just prepare a typical Gantt chart. Okay, so it will be nice that if you can arrange in starting from January, it will be easy because the MOSTI reporting will be happen in July. Okay, January, July, and January. Okay, so you have to submit the report in end of June and end of December. So that will be their operation. Okay, so this is the costing of the project. So this is typical process. You have salary board, you have travel board, okay, rental board, okay, research and material, modifications, patient services, and you have also equipment. Okay, so you're allowed to have equipment. So for our case, we only allowed to choose one equipment, and they ask us to cut. And then because our collaborators in Indonesia, so they ask us to cut also the travel trip, okay, to be reduced. Okay, that's all. That's all about the costing summary. I think I'm done. Okay, value for money. Okay, so this is the piezoelectric device market. We convinced that the feature of the nano generator, and then okay, so almost done. Okay, so that's all my presentation. Okay, I open for any question. Okay, so this is the website. Okay, you can go and have a look. Okay, I think I'm done. So any question?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Prof, saya
Yes,
Dr. Fadil daripada FKA.
Yes.
Ada a few question kat sini. So yang pertama sekali yang proof of concept tu.
Yeah.
So yang proof of concept tu memang kena yang dah prototype lah.
Dia tak semestinya prototype. Dia kena apa? Kejap. Dia kena go to your mom please. Go to mom tip gitu. So dia kena macam mana saya nak cakap you refer back to the TRL punya definition tu tadi.
Stage 3 tadi tu kan?
So I can say macam ni lah. Yang paling senang, kalau you kalau boleh tak ada research nak buat lah. So maknanya you punya basic study tu dah settle. So then you need to work for the maybe prototype lah. Okay. So meaning that kalau you tengok tadi, boleh tak daripada level 3 tadi, proof of concept tadi, you nak bergerak ke TRL 5 or 6. So itu yang dia punya. Kalau tengok definition dia tadi tu, is to pursue the orang kata tadi the prototype development tadi. Okay, so jadi you have to identify your own POC because different problem, different field is different. How we nak katakan dia punya POC tu. Okay, next question.
Okay. Untuk yang collaborator tu, kita boleh satu negara je ke atau lebih pada satu negara? Contoh macam saya ada collaborator dengan Indonesia dan ada collaborator dengan Japan. So both of them saya require dia orang punya expertise lah. So is it possible untuk kita ada collaborator untuk dua negara ataupun satu je?
Dia tak nyatakan dalam apa nama dalam guideline. So how many collaborators, but it depend on your budget because you need to travel to that country. Okay, so if you can work within the budget, why not? Okay, so I think it can. So you just propose because you must have a collaborator or collaborators. I think it's okay. Most important thing, both collaborator kena ada MOU. Then after the MOU must have letter of agreement.
Okay, yang ketiga, outcome daripada research tu will be belongs to the UiTM lah kan? Atau kalau collaborator
yes.
claim kata dia orang nak claim juga tu macam mana?
Itu yang you kena state dalam letter of agreement tu betul-betul apa benda yang outcome macam mana yang share. Because IP generally will belong to the UiTM and Malaysian government lah. Okay. So that you have to that one you have to discuss dengan collaborator. So because the money will come from us, so definitely the IP will be with us lah. So for my case, I share only the publication. Okay, we can share the publication, but for the IP it will belong to the university. Thank you, Dr. Fadil, for bringing up the IP. So you also can put the IP cost in your application. Okay, please put. We did not put. We forgot because we don't ready with the IP. So please put the cost of IP. Okay. So they will pay for the IP.
Just sharing sikit Dr. Untuk semua orang. Hari tu saya ada pergi dekat MOSTI tanya pasal isu ICF ni. Tips yang saya dapat, dia kata the most critical question that been asked and failed to be answered by the applicant ialah kenapa kita pilih collaborator tu. So what is so special about the collaborator that kita pilih dia. So that is a tips yang give by the MOSTI punya staff lah, kata most of the applicant fail to answer. Thank you.
Ya, betul. So you kena ready. So macam saya share dengan you tadi, macam kami yang project. So far kat Malaysia kita orang boleh confirm ada 2 group je yang buat, iaitu UiTM dengan UKM. So other than that tak ada. So jadi on the UKM their specialties on the electronic devices. So ours is on the materials. So jadi we managed to convince the panel, said that we need the collaborator from ITB because we need their expertise on that. So that's how we defend our collaborator. Was tough, but yeah, you have to convince them. Okay, because they easily will say that university A, B, C dah ada this expertise. Why you want to go to this collaborator? Okay. So thank you Dr. Fadil for the
share. Alright, thank you.
Yes, kawan-kawan ada lagi soalan? I think the slide I will pass to the secretariat, then I think they will share the slide later. Okay. And, okay, kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, saya nak minta diri dulu.
Dr. Oskar.
Ya, siapa ni?
Saya Winnie.
Hai Winnie.
Dr. Oskar nak tanya, what is the KPI of the project?
KPI of the project?
Means after 2 years, what is the KPI?
Okay, first, the KPI of the project firstly, you have to deliver all the milestone, okay? And then, of course, your project must achieve at least TRL 5 or 6, okay? Then, I think that's the main KPI. And
So at the end of the project, do we need to present again
I
to
think
the MOSTI?
I think they will call, okay, because they will call you every 6 months to know the progress. So I think, yeah, I think they will ask you what is because what you pledge for your work. So I think the main KPI is that like us, I think we have to deliver the nano generator, something like that.
Oh,
We have
okay.
to deliver,
So,
finish. I think to deliver, finish the money. I think yes, that's all.
okay. All right. Thank you,
Okay.
Oskar.
Okay, welcome.
Assalamualaikum Doktor.
Salam. Siapa ni?
Dr. Faris ni daripada FSG.
Yes, Dr. Faris, my team member, our lead researcher.
Okey, mungkin kita boleh maklumkan juga. Okay, maknanya pemantauan geran ICF ni dia based on milestone lah. Okay, maknanya kalau 6 bulan tu tak perform dia boleh tahan duit dan sebagainya lah. Dan tu mungkin maklumat tambahan kot.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Faris.
Dr. Oskar, one question.
Yes, saya.
Saya Khairul daripada FSG. Okay,
Yes.
Dr. Oskar, yang regarding the budget.
Yeah.
So, how much is the proportion that we should include for our collaborator? Terlepas that information just now.
First of all, you only for collaborator, there's no money for them. All expenditure must be spent in Malaysia. So you only use the money to go to their place. That's all.
So if they request to get some more money, so we can't give, tak boleh,
No, we cannot transfer the money to them.
I see.
So
All
if
right.
so maybe that's one of the strategy that if they request something, you have to do it in Malaysia, and then you can take that whatever they requested.
I see. Okay.
Bring that.
Okay,
That's
so
possible.
there are ways to go about it.
Yeah, yes, sir. But the money must be spent in Malaysia.
All right. Okay, thank you. That's good.
Okay,
Cool.
okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Siapa yang ada experience dengan PRJS, I think you can easily if it was not successful for a KPT application, I think you can easily convert the PRJS grant to the ICF grant. Okay, just you need to find your ICF collaborator. Okay, so you already have very good experience with the PRJS grant, so I think ICF will be easy to apply, insyaAllah. Okay, kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan lagi, saya minta undur diri dulu. Okay, so feel free to contact me via phone, WhatsApp, email. Okay, I'm happy to help, to assist, and maybe my colleagues, my team members also can help, insyaAllah. Okay, so I'm ending the webinar. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.